original silverback humanoid. Eternal Rising. Growth Expanse. Touching lives around the world, motivated and inspiring. This is the becoming of a champion. Start this live stream by preparing my breakfast. The breakfast of a champion. It's been challenging. Just gonna keep it 100 with y'all. This 75 hard challenge has been challenging. However, I've been sticking to it, and I plan on continuing to stick to it. Every morning is a beautiful morning. Every day is a beautifully long journey. But I see it making me better as a person, or better as a person, for sure. I'm able to find that zone and stay in that zone. And to also stay on that continuous chase. The continuous pursuit of greatness. Truly separating myself. I believe this is, I don't know, like my 11th day, 10th or 11th day of 75 hard. This is good for the life. It's got me writing or journaling. It's got me reading, all whilst doing my exercises, all going along with my work schedule. Preparing me to be a overall well-balanced individual. How you doing, Brooke? Welcome in, my friend. Hope all is well for you. We're in the process of becoming a champion. Ford? How you doing, Ford? Always start the day off with some breakfast. Very welcome. It's a beautiful time to be alive. Even more beautiful time to get ready, get set, and go. Each waking day we seek to become better. By the time the night comes around, we've done all the works necessary to become better. And we just await the great results of the night's sleep. And we wake up to the progress. And I can't complain, not one bit. Like I said, this is a very worthy challenge. I don't know if anyone's seen the 75 hard challenge. Also, I hope everybody's doing a pivot for the yearly steps challenge. You have at least 8K steps annually. For this year, at the end of the year, you'll enter into the sweepstakes, have a chance to win some money. You have a multiple, if you have more, you'll earn whatever the award is, but on a multiplicity. Walking is wellness in a lot of ways. I'm not gonna lie to you. Walking is definitely wellness in a lot of ways. We're about to get this breakfast started. Y'all know I like to eat my breakfast before I head to the gym. It's a really good start to the day. Oh, my spoon's over there. I hope everybody has started their day the right way. It's very important that we start the day the right way. I think the current January subscriber goal, I'm doing good. How you doing, Tom? I believe the current January subscriber goal, thanks for hitting the like button. The like button really helps us in the long run grow the channel because it sends a signal to the algorithm that people are enjoying the content. So it brings more people to the content. Thank you so much. I have to also start reminding people to hit the like button more often, especially people who are watching the post live after the live. Make sure you hit the like button. Appreciate you for subbing, Brooke, or Ford. The goal for January is now 250 subs. This has been fun. We've been crushing all of our goals so far in January. We started out at 99 subscribers, and we just had a very simple goal of gaining 25 subscribers. Clearly at this point, we see that we've crushed that and crushed beyond that as well. Beautiful time to be alive. Love to see it. Our second goal, I believe, was 175 subs. We ended up crushing that fast as well. And we had a goal of 200. We crushed that. And since then, the goal has been 250. Which sooner or later, you're homesick. We'll get you some rest. Make sure you're getting in some vitamin C. Staying hydrated, keeping fluids in you. sooner or later we'll crush the goal of 250. We're sure of it. Now, I've been in the gym training. Wait, let me see if I can fix this. How does this one go? Okay, there we go. I've been in the gym training very consistently, very hard, getting my nutrition in. I think I'm more so recomping than anything. I'm definitely gaining muscle though. But I haven't really been putting on weight. So I think this is a nice little muscle recomposition going on. However, the consistency is definitely building more strength and more muscle. And with that, I can't complain. Can't complain at all. Now, eventually, if I recomp to the point where I feel my body fat is getting close to being too low again, I'll add on more calories. You know what I mean? And in the process of adding on more calories, even more calories, I'll be able to take the weight up higher and quicker. My goal after these 75 days was to be 209. Right now, we still waking up around 205. However, I thought my starting weight was 205, but it was really like 203.7. So I would say we have done some gaining. The key for me is going to be just eating more. You know what I mean? Like, just simple as I can put it, just eating more. I've been eating a lot, and I've been eating well. Don't get me twisted. But when you have lofty goals, and you're really trying to maximize muscle growth, especially I eat very clean, it can be a slow gaining process of weight. I'm losing some fat because, see, I'm walking so much. I'm walking over 25K steps, over average 23K steps a day. But pretty much for the most part, 25K steps. And that's burning a lot of fat. So I'm building muscle, but I'm burning fat pretty much at the same rate. So, you know, the weight is staying the same, but I'm watching the changes in the physique. I mean, the muscles looking more apparent. I'm also watching the changes in strength, getting some good strength gains. You know what I'm saying? The world is changing around us, and we're a part of that change. I hope y'all know. I watch every single day. I walk through the world, I walk through the Western civilization in the USA, and I see the things that are going on, and I understand that as humans, we're so intelligent and we're so constructive, you know, and we're becoming more aware of ourselves, our do's and our don'ts. So what I see allows me to envision a future, but as if people were doing, you know, the things that are more targeting growth for humanity. And it's a bright future. It's a very bright future because we will get there. We're not a totally destructive species. We have the ability to correct. I think the first thing that people need to do, though, is invest in, you know, the health of their body. Welcome back. Because if you invest in the health of your body, you're allocating a bunch of time to self-improvement. When you allocate a bunch of time to self-improvement, it really puts you in the flow of allocating time to improvement. You want the best for yourself, you begin to want the best for others as well, and you become to be a valuable, high-impact person amongst humanity. That is the goal. I hope y'all been reading some books. Yeah, I mean, getting in a few pages a day at least. Reading is really good for the mind, especially at night. It's a good way to relax yourself. Keep that cortisol low after a nice, laborious day. You know what I mean? It's bright here in California. It's a beautiful sunny day. I'm ecstatic about getting this day started. You know, we always start out with the breakfast, which take a little bit of time to cook, a little bit of time to cool down. And right now we're letting this water filter so we can start out with some hydration as well. The weight of 205. Can't complain with it, can't argue with it, not upset with it. I'm happy about being 205 right now, mainly because the way 205 looks on me today, as opposed to how it used to look on me, I can definitely tell. Have a great one, my friend. I can definitely tell that we've been getting some good progress. 205 didn't used to look this good on me, you know? Now, for those who don't know, I'm hoping to, by the end of the year, become a fitness influencer. So I'm going to be constantly working on body progress. And, you know, trying to see improvements. And when I spark improvements, I'm going to point them out because I want you to be able to trust me when it comes to what I believe is the most important first step of humanity, which is to work on yourself physically. Health, wellness, you know, ability. Those who are able don't consistently try to manifest inability in others. That is something I truly believe. And that's something that shouldn't be a part of the human journey. You shouldn't be surrounded by people who are trying to make you less able because they don't feel able. We've been putting this work in. I believe by the end of this 75 days, there will be a noticeable difference from start to finish of my body. I have progress pics that I'm taking pretty consistently, well, every day. That's also part of the challenge. So maybe at the 25-day process, I'll release a picture from start to beginning progress pic. Maybe at the 50, I'll release another one, and then 75, I'll release another one. What's happening with you, Angela? Hope all is well, my brother. Bring you into the kitchen. We whip up them eggs. How's your diet been going? You been staying low homocysteine? Damn. It be like that sometimes. It do be like that sometimes. Sometimes people just aren't trying to go in the same direction as you in life. And you gotta be like, hey, it was a beautiful time. Even if it wasn't, you always start out with that. You just gotta let them know, hey, look, I'm committed to this lifestyle I'm living. I'm committed to this direction I'm going in. And you committed to the opposite direction. We're not gonna be able to both achieve our goals, so I gotta let you achieve yours and let me achieve mine. I'm glad you've been seeing the positive results. Some results, my brother. I ain't gonna lie, this low homocysteine lifestyle did have my life on repair. I ain't gonna lie. Now, I'm really going to gauge my muscle recovery, because I'm wondering if I should and if I will start to lift when my body feels recovered. Maybe not every time, but at least do it and see if my lifts at least maintain or increase. And if they do it again until they don't maintain or increase. And then that time when they don't maintain or increase, that's when I'll wait 10 days. I'll be feeling the same way, brother. I'm like, hold up, what you really trying to do? Because it don't really calculate. I mean, you feeling sad for me ain't really calculating in my book. So what you really trying to do? Trying to get me all weak and vulnerable? The big home, walking through this place, I shake the room. She said, I stand so tall, high like the moon. She said, when she see me do a move, she flash me, I'm flashy, yeah, I'm straight to the cash and about that action. Like you don't want smoke with action, Lil Jackson, I'm packing something in me, yeah, it's a max, and I pull it out, blast it, nigga, don't even ask them. And if they say it, then let me know where they stand. I'm coming through Super Saiyan, you knowing that I ain't playing. It's a beautiful lesson to learn, you know what I mean? We do have these, obstacles still in mankind. We got people out here just seeking to manipulate, to get an edge, to get an advantage. What I say to that is, stay on point, stay too tight for the act. You know what I'm saying? Stay on point. Factually. And then also you gonna learn in life, some people you can't tell the good because you telling them yo good. Sometimes some people it'll make them your enemy because they see all the good you got going on. And now they just hating and hating and hating and hating and hating and hating. You know what I mean? Let me throw some water in my ear. I have to water my hair a little frequently. See, I used this Batana oil last night, and it's telling me you gotta rinse it out. Man, for the most part, it'd be a little hard to rinse this out, so I gotta water it frequently today. I have to water it frequently. I can't find my comb. So, yeah. We're gonna water the head frequently. I think it's just about time for me to start my hydrational trekking journey. Also, condolences. I'm glad you're not letting that set you back too much. That's how it be. Watch for that. Now you just exposed the people that's plotting against her in her life just with your presence there. Because clearly, they wasn't real ones. You know what I mean? Clearly they wasn't real ones. Clearly they wasn't real ones. already ready. I like that. I like that. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get my bowl and clean it out. You know what I'm saying? Get that bowl and clean it out. The big man with the big plan. Now everybody who's in here as a positive energy exchange, be sure to hit the like button. If you're catching the post live, hit the like button. You know what I mean? If you want to be a part of the movement, subscribe, post notifications. It's a beautiful time to be alive, always. See, we approaching this with chill, productive vibes. The reason why is because you're going to stay even keeled. When you do that, when you do too much extra, and you're doing a lot of that extra, which a lot of your favorite content creators do, all they do is blow out, burn out, and set you up for a burnout. You don't want to be thrown to the max consistently if you want to really have a progressive and productive life. You want to be in that nice, even keeled state of being, have a nice, calm, relaxed, powerful nervous system. Exactly. Factually. And it's going to continue to be that way. We supposed to be pushing positivity into each other's life, productivity, growth. That should be the basic, the baseline, human exchange. And hopefully one day we make that the baseline. We pioneer that to be the baseline human exchange. You feel me? See, I done learned recently, right? Because, see, I was like, how come scenarios work out for me and don't work out for everybody else? And I'm not saying everybody, like what I mean by is the people, everyone I feel like scenarios should work out for. But some people scenarios don't really work out for. And I had to come to that recognition that a lot of people have extremely loud nervous systems. And that irritates the spirit of other humans. You see this, right? You see it because some people, especially kids, they've been doing it their whole life. They haven't got out of the programming of overcompensating to try to be comfortable with what they're uncomfortable with. Why? Because they've been put in rooms full of other kids who are unaware and louder and more sporadic than they will be as adults, or have learned that is, they think that's the norm now because they're kids, but eventually they'll know that that extra loud sporadicism isn't the norm. In a lot of other nations, a lot of other places that are more traditional, it's frowned upon to have that energy and carry that energy. Even though it's accepted in America, it actually doesn't give you favorable circumstances. So I'm trying to show people how to have a quieter nervous system. You know what I mean? We can't be so antsy. Now, when we working out. We're doing that purposeful exercise, purposeful movement. But when we're not, we gotta have a quieter nervous system. You know what I mean? All of that antsiness, all of that over-explaining. Straight to the point, my friend. And that is very true. If you gotta be high to be around somebody, that's telling you something ain't right. It's definitely telling you something ain't right. I've been sober for a little minute. Besides that drink I had New Year's, well, those drinks I had New Year's, So let me wait a few more months before I say I've been sober a little minute, because, you know, I did have drinks New Year's. But before that, I've been no marijuana for a minute. It's going on 3 months. Yeah. It's going on 3 months. It's the best I felt. I realized that it was definitely killing my focus, giving me anxiety, even borderline psychosis, harming my sleep quality, making my body a bit stiff, and killing my ability to truly progress. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. It's hella crazy to think about. So I used to smoke all the time. I'll never smoke again, ever in life. And I believe I'll never drink again. I'll never drink again either. I'm not gonna say believe. I'm on this, see, that's a part of the reason why it's important to make developing your body's health important, because when you do that, it's really no room to drink or smoke. You become to take great care of yourself. That's a fact. I used to be spiritual about the ganja. I was addicted. I didn't even know it. It was holding me back too. For sure holding me back. Now I'm en route to becoming a statuesque type of nigga. Pretty soon I'm gonna be looking like a statue, I ain't gonna lie. Definitely by the end of this year, but shit, probably before halfway through this year, I'm gonna be looking like a statue out here. I agree. Marijuana, alcohol, other mind-altering substances, cell-altering substances, definitely are negative attachments, and what many call demons. You know, what is a demon to the mind is a demon to the body, is a demon to the life. Always remember that. That includes your processed foods. Ooh. Look at that. Okay, so them legs is feeling it now. I like that. Make me realize I need to know my workout was really hit water, not water. Them legs is feeling it now. Them legs is feeling it now. Let's do it. Let go. Legs is trying to grow. Yeah. Yeah though. Yeah though. Legs is feeling it now. How you doing, Sam? Yeah, I don't want to be around alcohol. I don't want to be around. Here's my realization is people that's using escape mechanism, especially the ones that are poisoning them, things of that nature. they're not people you want to be around anyways. All you can do is become worse around people like that. So it's just, I mean, it's a blunt truth, but it's true. It's a very blunt truth, but it's true. So that's not something I want in my surroundings anyways. Cope maxing. You either maxing or you cope maxing. I mean, I'm really maxing out here. I'm really maxing out here. I'm really maxing. Everybody, please smash the like button. It's a beautiful time to be alive. We're on the road to 250. It's a beautiful time, you know. The way that we've been going, the way that we have things in motion. We haven't been posting quite as much lately, but we still been posting every day. We know we're gonna hit that 250 before January, because the reality is we in the algorithm to the point where any one of these lives, because I think I would do 2 lives today, probably do 2 tomorrow as well. One of these lives is gonna get like 700 views. Going to live, we get a bunch of subscribers. Because we in that algorithm. We learned this with the last channel, where it's just like, don't overpost, because that can throw off the algorithm. And just realistically, just make sure you're doing this daily. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing about life, is consistency. So I'm gonna just maintain the consistency, and I know we're gonna be there. I know we're gonna be there. Consistency is everything, my friends. Consistency is literally everything. Speaking of consistency, I'm gonna start making a consistent effort very soon of getting this crib cleaned up and cleaned out, because your boy is moving out for sure by May, maybe a bit earlier, but when May comes, I am quite certainly moving out. And I'm happy about that, you know what I mean? New environment, new journey. I'm excited about that. See, the thing about life is, you can't force others to get it. You can be a shining example very frequently and very often, because those who can get it will get it, and you will create allies. But you can't force other people to get it. Some people are still running through their cycles of destruction. You know what I mean? And they don't understand the peace and the permanence and just committing to doing things that are constructive. You commit to construction and you don't allow yourself to fall by the wayside or follow the path of destruction, you will have a successful journey. You will have a successful life. You will use your mind, body, soul to create positive outcomes for yourself. And you will be able to look at yourself in the future and be like, well, let's continue to be constructive, but I didn't constructed a whole bunch of reasons to be grateful already. And that's the best feeling in life. Well, that's smart. That's smart that you can see, you can gauge it. You can gauge that. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, I see people, that is the thing. I see people sometimes who gain a lot of muscle, but it's not their best look. It's me right now. Well, I'll see how much I weigh after I'm done drinking this water. Yeah, that's a fact. See, look, I got a big ass head. I have a huge face. You know what I'm saying? I have a really huge face. So, because I got this big old face, this big old testosteronical face, you know what I'm saying? having the big muscle fills your face, or else you're gonna look exactly. It allows me to, get to my right place, And it's been a fun journey. I ain't gonna lie. This has been a real fun journey in the gym since the year started. I don't know why I'm calling it a journey. The year just started, but it feels like a journey because even though the year just started, I do feel like I've already gotten a good, decent amount of progress. You know what I'm saying? Feel like I've gotten a good, decent amount of progress. I was looking back to pictures from December of 2024, and I was shredded. I ain't gonna lie. I was hella shredded. I was like 191, 2 pounds. Shredded out of this world. And I looked at it, I was like, damn. But I'll get shredded again. But the next time I'm shredded, I'm gonna be like 210 pounds shredded. And maybe not that shredded. I look to be about maybe 7-8% body fat. My shredded now is 10%. Bello ballerina, capu capucina, tra la la. What's happening with you? So triste? Yeah, I definitely look sick. And that's the mission, is to continue to shine that bright light. Yeah, I mean, people will get it. People will definitely get it. It's definitely impactful. It's definitely beneficial. You out here using spells, huh? You casting spells upon me, homie. Why are you doing it? Why are you casting spells? Mm. Need to finish this food so I can get into this gym. Oh, let me go ahead and finish this water first so I can jump on the scale. Let me go jump on the scale. So 7.2, we like it. We definitely like it. See, I would call this current weight I'm at, I would call it fitness. I know people want to see the 8-pack popping through, boom, 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 but that ain't fitness, man. That's malnutrition, to be honest. It's crazy, we live in a crazy world. They celebrating malnutrition. What's up, Jude? How you doing, my friend? It's a beautiful time to be alive. Mm. Mm, mm, mm. Mm, 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 mm. Beautiful time to be alive. We got a beautiful breakfast. Doing the damn thing, ain't it? Type a thumbs up in the chat if you should sub. Listen here, my friend. I appreciate you. You see, we're on the road to 250. All we seek to do is reach as many lives as we can and let them know that they can be, you can be what you set yourself out to be. Just stay focused on that, and that is enough fulfillment. Have a great one. See, you don't have to be all over the place in life. See, a lot of people have the misconception that I need the fast car to get the girls. I need to be 6'4" and jacked to get the girls. I need to be tall to get the girls. I'm here to calm your nervous system by letting you know you don't need any of those things to get the girls. The one thing you truly need to get the girls is to be self-aware and to have a strong nervous system. I mean, oh, it's quite sunny. That's a fact. That's a fact. It is very good. It is very good. Some very good food. And how do you have a good, calm nervous system? Well, you work towards your goals every day. You make that your number one pursuit, your goals. And you also recognize by the accomplishing of progress towards your goals every day that you are enough. When you know you are enough, you become less anxious. You start to send signals out to the world that you are enough. And that's when the people around you will start to pick up on their radar, start to notice you, and be like, I don't know, it's something about that person. I just know that they got it. Want to become around you. And remember, you didn't create that attraction with your height, your looks, or your wallet. You're actually creating that attraction with your self-awareness. Welcome back, Jude. Very true. See, your nervous system is the power generator to your aura. Frantic nervous system, frantic aura. You have to allow yourself to be charged up. Now, especially back when I smoked ganja, I used to always tell you all that I was against semen retention. Well, now that I'm sober and clear-minded, I'm not going to call it retention. I'm going to call it rejuvenation. You need seminal rejuvenation, period. You need to avoid constant sexual discharge, because constant sexual discharge creates an uncharged nervous system. You know what I'm saying? Remember that. When you go and you lift weights in the weight room, you charge yourself up. When you retain to a certain degree, you charge yourself up. When you eat healthy foods, you charge yourself up. When you reach your deadlines, you charge yourself up. Yep, heck yeah. Your nervous system is actually your first line of communication to the outside world. It is your inside world. Now I need to find a naturist place around here because I need to do some grounding eventually. Because I'm trying to be fully charged. Over the course of the last week or so, I've come to the realization that the dreams they try to sell us are dreams that I don't want to buy. Like, I used to think being super rich would solve all my problems. I realized it's not true. Being super capable will solve all of my problems. Yeah, I mean, it's all about ability. See, when it comes to money, the necessity is actually much lower than what many of us imagine. Yeah, I mean, at a certain point of money, having money, especially if you haven't developed ability, you will simply have found yourself in a place to where you are going to purchase yourself a super distracted life. And within that distracted life, having the multiple Ferraris, things of that nature, you're going to look at your fitness app and realize that you're taking 10K less steps a day. Factually becoming a less mobile human being. You're going to notice that you're in the club more, and now being sober is becoming impossible. Because you're looking for people to impress with your money. you're going to notice that you're giving importance to things based upon their price tag instead of what it actually does for your life. Therefore, losing importance for the things that actually do something for your life. Work is essential. The goal shouldn't be to retire. The goal should be able to have time management control. AKA get to the point where you can work, and in the field that you work at or the type of work you do, you are not financially hemmed up to the point where you can't take some time off when you need to. And to also develop the skill of passive income to the point where you can take time off and still make money. Because something more important might pop up. Time for family, yeah, I mean, you know, the occasional day where you and your spouse want to enjoy your day together, moving about. You understand? Or just some alone time. Still active though. Say you still hit the gym up, you still walking. You just wanted a day to walk around outside. Get some grounding in. Look at the ocean waves. Beautiful thing about coming into that realization is it's a big chance I'm only a year off of feeling that. Of getting to that point where I'm working these abundance of hours. Really not a year off. I'm really going to be there this year. Working these abundance of hours. However, if at any point I want to stop and make some time for family, I can do it. That is my dream life. Now, I appreciate you all for coming through and kicking it with me. But we about to get ready and go to the gym. So y'all have a beautiful one. It's your boy Alone at Peace, touching lives around the world, motivating and inspiring. Always working towards progression. I love y'all. I'm out.